My family cancelled our Christmas plans because they wanted to save money. Last week they just went on a last-minute week-long trip to Hawaii without me. I have always been really close with my family, maybe that is why this hurts so much. My parents, M&F late 50s, and brother, 25M, all live in the US, so they have limited vacation time but make enough money to go on a few nice trips a year. I live in Europe and recently went back to school, so I have plenty of weeks of vacation but not a whole lot of disposable income at the moment. My family, at least my parents, and I try to meet up somewhere once a year since I moved away 7 years ago. This year we were talking about them coming to my country for Christmas since they were too busy moving to go anywhere with me during the summer. I liked this idea too since we hadn't had the chance to spend Christmas as a family in years because they rarely have more than a few days off during the holidays. I was excited to show them the Christmas markets and parades around my town because it is one of my favorite times of year and I had learned a few recipes I wanted to make for them too. Well, I tried helping them plan it for months, but they always came up with some sort of excuse such as plane tickets still being too expensive, or, your brother doesn't really like cold weather. I tried to suggest elsewhere but everywhere that wasn't beach weather was considered too cold for my brother, someone who goes to Alaska frequently. They said they would probably skip coming for Christmas and just save up money for the summer so we could do something fun together as a family. I was fine with this, a bit disappointed that I couldn't see them this year, but I understood their reasoning at the time and I brushed it off and moved on. That is until Thanksgiving week. My brother asked for the week off and the three of them decided to go for a last-minute, week-long trip to Hawaii together. They sent me pictures of them in matching outfits and on the beach, etc. They called me for a few minutes on Thanksgiving Day but then cut me off because my mom and brother wanted to go to the beach. They didn't talk to me much the whole week, just sent me pictures and videos of them having fun and that's about it. They didn't even bother inviting me at all, which would have been nice at least. My mom waited until they got home and called me to tell me about how much fun they all had and said she wished I could have been there. I made a passing remark saying that it would have been nice if we could have done something as a family this year. She said that they planned it last minute and that she wasn't doing this today, before hanging up on me. I texted her explaining how hurt I was and she made it seem like she was looking for flights to my country again but then sent a frowny face saying that they got even more expensive. I told her that it wouldn't have been so bad if she booked them a few months in advance like I had suggested. She then said that it was too hard to plan that far in advance. I brought up the 3 cruises they had planned 6 months in advance for that year and she said that those were different since they were going with their friends. I have the impression they simply just don't want to see me because when they want something, they usually make it happen. I don't even care if we do anything extravagant, I just wanted to see them. At this point, I just removed my whole family from my Snapchat and stopped talking to my mom because it was just making me upset and I need to try to focus on my upcoming exams. I feel like I'm not even a part of the family anymore. I found out a few months ago that they made a family group chat but didn't include me, so when my mom slipped up and told me about it, they made another one with me in it that they barely use, so I left that too. I love my family but this is starting to really break my heart. I feel like I'm being pushed out and when I talk to them about it, they just make excuses or tell me I'm overreacting. I can't seem to properly communicate to them how much they hurt me because I really wanted to see them this year. I'm trying to plan a trip to go to the US to visit them during my spring break, but I feel like they don't really want to see me because when I brought it up, my mom just replied with the dates of their next cruise, which was apparently around the same time. I have no idea what to do anymore. I feel like my relationship with them just keeps getting worse and worse, but they don't seem to care. I feel broken. I miss them. They always send me tchotchke and souvenirs from their trips to show that they think of me. But I want to see them, I don't want objects. Luckily, I have new plans for the holidays so I won't be all alone or anything, but I'm still hurting. I don't really even expect to hear from them until Christmas, honestly. Any advice is welcome. TLDR, family said they couldn't see me this year because they needed to save money after their move. Last week they went on a last-minute week-long trip to Hawaii without me. How can I proceed gracefully? Broken Paw commented. They never had any intention of coming to visit you. Was them showing you that they had no intention of coming, without having the courage and personal integrity to come right out and say it. People do exactly what they want to do. Every single time. So if coming to see you was a priority, they would have made it happen. You know that it wasn't actually because of lack of resources, because if that were true, then they wouldn't have gone on this other holiday either. So what you know with absolute, unequivocal certainty is, they had the resources to travel, but they chose to travel somewhere else without you. They made that choice to exclude you, and, what's more, your mother is making it clear that they don't even really care when, or whether, you come to visit them, either. I can't explain why they have chosen to exclude you, and no one else here can, either. But they have chosen to. It's important to remember that blood relationship is an accident of genetics, and that family is those people, whether you are blood related to them or not, who treat you like family, who prioritize you and include you and want to spend time with you. If that were not true, then neither adoption nor marriage would hold any meaning at all. So, do you have family? Actual family, by which I mean close friends who actually care about you and include you and want to be with you and spend time with you? If so, put your energy into those relationships. Better a strong relationship with friends who have chosen to make you their family, than with blood relatives who have chosen to make you a mere acquaintance.